Dear students, in this video I will make a recap what you have learned in the demand analysis part so far. So let us start with the definition of demand and supply. Demand is the willingness and ability of consumers to purchase a given amount of a good or services at a given price. So demand is the willingness of the consumer, but not only willingness, but the consumer will be able to purchase it, he or she, the consumer has the ability, he has the capacity, the certain amount of money he will or she will be having to purchase that particular item. So ability is more important than willingness. So we can will anything to purchase, but we should have the ability to purchase that particular item. So again I will repeat, demand. What is demand? Demand is the willingness and ability of consumers to purchase a given amount of a good or services. It may be a good or it may be a services at a given price. Again let us go to supply. Definition of supply. So it is the supply is the willingness of the sellers to offer a given quantity of a good or services for a given price. Now the supplier should have the willingness to supply that particular commodity to the consumers at a given price. If the consumer is demanding some item or some commodity, but the supplier is not willing to give that particular commodity in that some particular price, then the demand will not be fulfilled by the supplier. The supplier should be willing to give that particular commodity to the consumers at a given particular price. So you can see that demand and price are related, and supply and price are also related things. Next we'll discuss about demand function. What is a demand function? The demand function is a relationship between the quantity demanded and factors affecting the demand, such as price, income of the people, price of related commodities, etc. So demand function is nothing but the functional relationship between a particular demand for a particular commodity and the factors affecting the demand of that particular commodity. So demand, if we take demand on one side, so demand is the dependent variable, then demand will depend on price of the particular commodity, then income of the people, or again price of other commodities. In that case, price of that commodity, income, price of the other commodities, these are independent variable, and demand is the dependent variable. So demand depends on not only on price but income and price of other commodities, etc., etc. Many other things are present, but we will consider only price, income and price of the other commodities. But primarily demand depends on price. So demand is generally written as a function of price, since demand depends on primarily on the price of that particular commodity. Again you can define the supply function. Just you can change the demand word demand by supply. So what is supply function? The functional relationship between the quantity, now the word will be supply. The functional relationship between the quantity supplied and factors affecting the, again here the word will be supply, such as price, income of the people, price of the related commodities, etc. So in that supply case also, the same independent variables we can consider. Those are price, income of the people, price of related commodities, etc. Now the primary independent variable is the price for supply. So again we can write down the functional relationship of supply and price like this. Let us write in a capital letter supply. S stand for supply, is a function of price. Like demand is a function of price, so supply is also a function of price. But other factors are also affecting the supply or demand, but we are not considering. Those are negligible compared to the factor price, because price is the main factor which depends on the demand as well as supply. So this is the functional relationship between demand and price, where we are writing D equal to F of P, and this second one is the functional relationship between supply and price. So supply is a function of price. So since we are using F here as a for function, in the second case we are using the symbol phi to represent the function. Again, we can go for the curves, the demand curve and the supply curve. So demand curve. Now as we know, the relationship between functional relationship between demand and price can be written as D is a function of P. Now on the graph paper, two-dimensional graph paper, on the x-axis let us take price for P, and on the y-axis let us take the demand, so D. Now we can plot the demand and price for a certain commodity at different points, different prices. Now you can see, and if you join the points, you will get a curve like this. You can notice that as price increases, price is increasing this way, that demand is decreasing. So if price is less, people are more willing to purchase that particular commodity, but as price increases, people are less and less willing to purchase that particular commodity. So as price increases, demand decreases. So there is a relationship, inverse relationship between demand and price. As demand increases, price increases, demand decreases. So this curve is D equal to F of P. But for a supply curve case, so this is supply curve. The condition is little just opposite to the demand. So again we are taking the price on the x-axis and supply on the y-axis. Now if you plot the points, say at this price this is the supply, and at this price this is the supply, at this price supply, this price supply, the curve shows a upward direction. It may be a straight line or may not be a straight line. Let us suppose it is not a straight line, it's a curve. So again, if you see the supply curve diagram, as price increases, supply also increases. What does it mean? It means that at a lower price, the supplier is not willing to supply more quantities. But as price increases, the supplier wants to, or the shopkeepers, they want to make more profit, and they will increase the supply. So as price increases, the supply also increases, but as price decreases, supply also decreases. So there is a direct relationship between price and supply. That means if price increases, supply also increases. This curve is S equal to phi of P. Now we'll go for the equilibrium price. What is the equilibrium price? I have already provided the notes for all those things. Equilibrium price. Again, we'll take the graph paper and draw two curves on the same graph paper, taking price on the x-axis and demand and supply both on the y-axis for a particular commodity. It will be for a single commodity, not for different commodities. Now as we know, the demand function, demand curve will be in a downward direction. This is demand equal to F of P. Again, supply curve will be on the upward direction, because if price increases, supply also increases. This curve is S equal to phi of P. Now this two curves are meeting at this point. This is the intersecting point of the demand curve and the supply curve. We can make, let us draw it perpendicular on the price axis. This is price axis because x axis we are taking as price axis. It is meeting at this point, say P equilibrium. This price, because we are giving, say it is 0, the different countries are using different currencies, so maybe here if we take in rupees, 10 rupees, 20 rupees, 30 rupees, 40 rupees, so this is 50 rupees, 60, 70, 80 and so on. Now when we draw the perpendicular meets the price axis at 50, say this point is 50, and this price 50, the demand curve and supply curve both are intersecting at this point P. P is, we are using already, so M suppose. Now this P price is called the equilibrium price, where the demand curve and supply curve both intersects. Again, if we draw a perpendicular from M to the y-axis, like MN, here on the y-axis either this is demand or supply, say in quintal. So 1 quintal, 2 quintal, 3 quintal, 4 quintal, 5 quintal, 6 quintals, 7 quintals, like that. That means it is meeting this perpendicular is meeting y-axis at 4. That's 4 quintal. These are in quintal. This is in rupees. So this 4 quintal is called the equilibrium quantity, where the both supply and demand curves meet. From that point, if we draw the perpendicular on the y-axis, and where that perpendicular meets, this is called the equilibrium quantity. And this price, where this perpendicular MP meets, this is called the equilibrium price. So this is the definition of the equilibrium price.